Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure. And this video is about how to get over yourself for all the people who consider themselves to be attractive or beautiful or 7.5s to 10s. How to get over your narcissism and looking at it in a different way. Now, if you guys know me or know my videos, you hear me, I might open the video with damn I'm sexy or look at my hair or this and that. I consider myself to be a fairly attractive guy. But where does this come from? This comes from my culture. This comes from people around me and my country reacting to what they've been fed is desirable as far as facial features and skin tone and height and things like that. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Sometimes when I become really, really sad or distraught or depressed or overwhelmed, I don't do it so much now because I have a little bit more confidence and self esteem about myself. But I look in the mirror sometimes and I just look at what the universe is giving me on my face and I smile and I say to myself, you know what? At least I'm not fucking ugly. At the end of the day, people don't know what's on the inside. The first thing they see or the first thing they think when they see me is, wow, that guy's attractive. And that always made it better, temporarily at least, or a little bit better. But that's not always healthy to be that person who pulls out their phone and puts it on fucking selfie reverse camera or looks in a mirror and says, you know what, at least I'm not ugly like that guy. That's not always good. And then, I don't consider myself a 10. I consider myself like a strong 7, like a 7.2, 7.5. If I get everything in order and fixed everything, I'll probably be like a 7.5. But at least a strong 7. And, to help me get out of this narcissistic or self, I don't know the word. We're just going to use narcissistic because, for lack of better words, I don't really know exactly the exact definition of narcissism, but we'll just call it that. It's not self-centered, I don't know. But I had to really think, you know, there's people out there, dudes out there, and women who are a lot more desirable. And this is all based on opinion. There's 7 billion people in this world. There's 7 continents. There's thousands and thousands and millions of communities and villages and shit like that. So I could go somewhere, say in the middle of Europe, or somewhere in the center of North Chicago, where they might think that I'm ugly as fuck. Angelina Jolie could go somewhere in the middle of Africa and they might think she's ugly as hell. Or like a 3. I could go somewhere and people might not like, wide nostrils and big lips, my cheekbones, my eyes. I could go somewhere where they like little noses and people with eyes that are too close together and faces that are disproportionate. They might think that's beautiful. And a lot of personality is everything. When you see these people with these beautiful people or these people that you may consider attractive, you see them with people that you might consider on the lower level of attractiveness. Personality is everything, because when I was younger I didn't understand the art of pickup, or just the fact that I can't just keep my mouth. I mean, some with the most promiscuous, like, we'll just use the word promiscuous. With some of those type of people who just really don't give a fuck, who really just want sex right now, and you don't even have to open your mouth, and that's happened before. Where you don't have to show any value, you don't have to exhibit any kind of skills or creativity or sense of humor, and they're just gonna give you sex. And a lot of the times, I'll just be sitting there like, when is the sex gonna happen? Why are you just fucking quiet? How come you're not ripping my clothes off? And it's because I just thought that women would automatically just have sex with me just because how I looked and how I dressed and how I walked and how clean I was and stuff like that. And after like 2 or 3 years, I figured out, yeah, this is not gonna work. We need to start doing something different. But there are people out there like that. But my whole thing is, there's gonna be somebody out there who just doesn't like your skin tone, who just doesn't like your facial features, who just doesn't like black people or white people or whatever. So there's this dude at my school, and he's might be a little bit more pretty than me. I don't know. I haven't really stared at the guy, but I think that he has more soft, feminine features than me. Which is not a bad thing. It's not an insult. It's just my analysis. Again, I haven't like stared at this guy and tried to fucking draw his picture in my mind. But I feel like we're pretty close on this attractive scale. And I go to a cosmetology school, so there's females. At first, when we start going there, just walking past, coming in the room just to look at us or him or me, and all in our faces and shit like that. And me about 6 months ago would have been a little insecure about these goings on. I would have been thinking, who are they looking at? Blah blah blah. Why is he more pretty than me? La la la. But I didn't really. It has happened just because I'm not 100% where I want to be. But I was thinking to myself, like, whoever they're looking at, I'm still attractive to me. I'm still more appealing than him to some women, some parts of the world, and vice versa. But it really doesn't matter to me because, and all right, you shouldn't compare yourself to people, number one. But let's say, all right, this dude is like pretty built, like bodybuilder type shit, but he has all those muscles. Who's to say that they're not cosmetic and he can't really lift all that he appears that he can lift? Who's to say that he's as good as a protector as he appears to be? Who's to say I couldn't beat his ass? I'm not quicker than him and more powerful than him and more skilled than him. So if you put yourself in that state of mind, it's what's on the inside as well as on the outside. But you don't know what people are thinking. You can't really control what other people think. You can only know that, yeah, I'm a pretty face, but I'm also intelligent. I'm also an artist. I'm also passionate. And even though Brad Pitt, whoever, may be more attractive than me, there's so many other things that people don't know about me. Because you could be the most pretty person in the world. See me, I walk down the street, people don't think like, hey, he's beautiful, but he might have a drinking problem. He might be crazy. He might be violent. He might be a schizo. And I'm not any of those things. But at the same time, personality counts, personality matters. And those are some things to remember when you think that you're that much the shit or that ugly or that unattractive on the inside or outside. It's DNA for sure. Don't take yourself so serious. You're not the most beautiful person in the world. And if you are, you're not going to look like that for the rest of your life. Peace.